What's going on, y'all? We are live. Welcome, Fight Night Gang, to episode 41 of the Fight Night Forecast, where we highlight, recap, and cover all things boxing. Man, I know y'all already see the headline and the thumbnail. It's about to be a big episode. Got a lot to talk about. And guess what? Your boy's off work tonight. We got the time. We're about to cover it all. We're about to cover it all tonight. But yeah, it's going to be a good episode for real. Thank y'all for tuning in as always. Happy Thursday for those that celebrate. Appreciate y'all joining me, maybe on your commute home from work. Maybe you just got home from work. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you just got a little free time today and you just wanted to listen to me ramble about some boxing. But first things first. Man, I wanted to hopefully wait till a few more people got in here, but man, we're going to just hop right into it because like I said, we got a big episode and there's no time to waste. But I have my giveaway winners and we're going to do that first. We're going to knock that out right now. Now, for those of y'all, maybe it's tuning in for the first time today. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you just have been living under a rock and you didn't know that I was doing a giveaway. The past 2 weeks, I posted on my social medias. I posted on here, talked about it on here. You guys have seen the past couple episodes. I've been leaving this up. I'm giving away, now originally it was only going to be 3. Originally I was only going to do, I think, 3 hoodies. Then I bumped it up to 4. Now I had such a big amount of people that did it. I had close to 30 people comment their favorite fighter on episode 39. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to be generous. I'm going to do 5. So I'm going to give away 5 hoodies today. Obviously all you got to do is... You already did it. You already did all the work. So I got your name. I got your name in this decorative, I didn't really have much else. So I got this little decorative popcorn bowl. You know, so I got everybody's names in here written down. About 20 some names written down in here. And all the criteria has been met. They commented their favorite fighter and they followed me on Instagram. So for real, man, I appreciate y'all. You know, like I said, I had almost 30 people join in on the giveaway. So thank you guys so much for everybody that participated. And here we go. Let's start drawing some names, man. I'm gonna mix it up here. I'm gonna do it to where y'all don't think I'm cheating. This is paper names in here is all names written down on there. And I'm gonna draw 5 names. You ready? All right, here's the first one right here. Number 1, the first winner of the giveaway hoodie special spectacular Fight Night Forecast hoodie is Preston Richardson. I'm gonna announce everybody's YouTube name handles, right? So some people had their name on there, some people had something funky, you know what I mean? So this first one here is Preston Richardson, and his favorite fighter was Nate Diaz. Thank you, Preston. You have won a hoodie. So what I'm gonna have y'all do is, like I said, I'm gonna call y'all's name out, and then I'm gonna either try to find a way to get a hold of y'all, or you get a hold of me, and we will figure out size and the color that you want. So first winner, Preston Richardson. Congratulations. Here we go again. Random name out of the hat, out of the bowl. We have at Trev H, and he said his favorite. His favorite fighter is off-season Paddy Pimblett. You guys that might know, UFC fighter. Some people might not know. All right, there goes number 2. We're doing number 3 for the hoodie spectacular. We got some people coming in now. Yeah, you already know. I'm doing this giveaway. All right, perfect. Here's number 3. Right here, I got at Edward Giao, and his favorite fighter is Naoya the Monster Inoue. The Japanese monster. Perfect. There's number 3. Congratulations, Edward. Got another one here. Got 2 more we're giving away. This is fun, man. I'm going to do more of this. All right. Let's see who we got here. Number 4 is at Kean Draper. His actually at Kean Draper 6179. His favorite fighter is Derek Lewis, UFC fighter, and he also said me. That's so sweet of you, bro. How'd you know? So, yeah, he said Derek Lewis and myself. He said Jay Wood. For those of y'all don't know, you know what I mean? I throw a little hand, you know, I throw hands here and there. Like they said, I got some people in the comments, when's the giveaway? Nah, let me win. Hey, man, listen, I'm doing the giveaway right now, bro. I'm doing the giveaway right now. Matter of fact, Playland, your name's in the bowl, bro. Your name is in the bowl, G. So you might listen. You might win, bro. You might win. Like I said, I was fair. I put everybody's name in there. Had about almost 30 names in there. All right, here's the last one. The very, very last one of the giveaway. I'm mixing it up extra nice. Extra nice. All right, I got the last name. The last name is in. Let's see who it is. All right, I got, man, this is a doozy, but he's a big fan of the show. He's been following for a grip. Enjoy American Skater. He said his favorite fighter was Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, and Roy Jones the Jr. So there's my 5 names right here, man. I'm going to read them off real quick because I'm probably going to make a clip out of it, you know. We got Preston Richardson, favorite fighter, Nate Diaz. Enjoy American Skater, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, Pernell. Kean Draper, favorite fighter, Derek Lewis, and Jay Wood. We got Edward Giao, and his favorite fighter was Naoya Inoue. And Trev H, and his favorite fighter was off-season Paddy Pimblett. So we got people in here. Hey, what's up? Hey, I got one of the people that won in the group chat. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. Like I said, again, get a hold of me. So Ava just commented. She said, how do I get my name in the drawing? Hey, listen, I'm going to have another one coming up very soon. I have another one coming up very, very soon. When I hit, my plan is to do another one when I hit 2,500 subscribers, which is coming up faster than we know. I'm about to hit 1,500 subscribers here, hopefully in the next couple weeks. So the gang is growing. Tell a friend about it. And what Playland said, nah, this is rigged. Listen, I promise, nothing was rigged. Listen, look, I still got so many names in the hat, bro. Listen, but I can only, listen, there's 5. I had 5 to give away. I would love to have given away something to all of you guys, but I'm going to do another giveaway here again pretty soon. You know what? I'm going to do another one. You know, maybe we'll do something similar where you can comment your favorite fighter on a post like we did this one, or maybe we'll figure something out. We'll figure out something fun. Because I can't lie, I had a lot of fun with this, man. And also, it's a good time engaging with everybody, and you know, it's a blast, man. It's a good time just talking boxing with people, and you know, getting to hear people's opinions on things. You know what I mean? So. Perfect. But hey, for real, thank you for everybody that commented their favorite fighter on the last episode. And congratulations on the winner. We see Enjoy Life. He said, hey, I just got here. Man, you came in at the right time, boy. You just won. You just won a hoodie. So again, I'm going to find a way to get a hold of all the people who did win. And, you know, we'll get that shipped out to you guys ASAP. Hopefully we'll have everything out. I'm gonna try to get, you know, everybody figured out. If I can get a hold of everybody and they get their sizes to me and everything, this weekend, I'm going to see if I can try to ship everything out next week, and I will keep you guys updated on that. So, yeah, he said, very cool. Congrats to those who won. Very cool deal. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Again, like I said, maybe we'll do another one. My next goal is 2,500 subscribers, so that's going to come up faster than we know. Maybe we'll do another one for 2,500, and we'll keep them rolling, man. And eventually, you know, I might try to get them to where maybe you know, people can buy them for you know, a good price. Just got to work that out with, you know, some sort of distributor or whatever, and figure out a price that you know, isn't going to tax everybody, but at the same time, you know, not break the bank either. You know what I mean? So we'll get that figured out though. But for now, you know, I really want these to be something to where you know, these giveaway winners are going to enjoy it. You know, it's something I haven't really put out yet. You know, really the only people that have gotten a hoodie already is just some of my family, you know. So it's something, you know, something special, something cool, something different that you know, that people don't have. Let's see what the people hit in the chat. You're gonna be at 2K in no time. Hey, I appreciate it, man. And honestly, you know, bless up, man. Bless up to the big man upstairs. Thank you guys too. I mean, you guys are the reason that we're getting here, man. You know, everyone that's in here commenting, people that are sharing my stuff, you know, liking the shorts. I have people sharing my shorts, you know, all that stuff. So honestly, man, big thank you to y'all. You guys are the reason why we're you know, the gang is growing. You guys are showing that, showing YouTube that y'all are rocking with me, man. So I really do appreciate it. So again, congratulations on the winner. We're about to get into the episode now, though. Like I said, we have a really good episode for y'all. first, let's cover this past weekend of boxing, and then we're gonna get into all the big stuff, that I have on the headline title of the video. So this past weekend, Luis Alberto Lopez, he had an 8th round TKO of Raya Abe, or Abe, or something. I can't remember how it was pronounced, but that was his 3rd successful title defense of his IBF featherweight title. And he's now 30-2. I think he's won his last like 12 or 13 in a row, which is pretty amazing, He's now wanting to call out, who is it? The winner of Liam Wilson. I believe it's Liam. Yeah, Liam Wilson and Oscar Valdez, which that's going to be on October 29th. Now, that would require, he's going to move up a weight class. He fights at 126 now. He'd move up to 130 to fight them. Just kind of a big, I don't know if I think really he's the one to fight probably Valdez more than anybody. And that's probably most of his reasoning why he's going to, make that move up. But, they said that his plans were to, he wants to have that big fight at 130. And then he wants to kind of, I think he wants to bounce back, honestly, to 126 and try to unify these belts, which is what we all, what we all hope out of a champion. You know what I mean? We want to see him do the big fights, make the big fights happen with the big names and everything. But at the same time, we want to see them, conquer a division, do something similar to like what a Canelo or an Inoue or, or Terrence Crawford, all these guys that are, chasing greatness in that direction, So, but yeah, so on that same card, Ray Ford, he had a buzzer beater win against Odebek. Oh man, I'm telling you, these Russian names are killing me, bro. Odebek Kolmatov, I believe. Sorry, listen, man, I'm sorry, Kolmatov, if you're watching this, and I'm butchering your name, bro. But it was a great fight. That was for the WBA featherweight title. That was a vacant. So that might be Ray Ford might be somebody we see Lopez fighting in the future. If he's wanting to unify the titles at 126. Ray Ford had a very, very tough fight, made it happen. And actually, I have the matter of fact, I have the video right here because it was just such a good ending of that bout. I made a short of it, but I'm sure some people didn't see it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop it up on the screen real quick. Phenomenal ending, I believe, to this fight. This was the 12th round. Very, very end of the 12th round, like last 15 something seconds. Man, that was a banger, bro. That was a really good bout. And for those of you guys that have followed the show for a little bit, he was one of the people that I picked last year. Would have been around the same time we were calling the Crawford fight. So around July last year, I picked him to be one of my top prospects of this coming year. So not trying to brag or nothing, but you know what I mean. Your boy had a good pick on the prospects, and yeah, he just won his first world title, so pretty dope. And then following up last weekend, we had Amanda Serrano. Obviously, she had the eye injury. That was on the Jake Paul card as well. But yeah, she had an eye injury that caused her to have to pull out pretty last minute. I'm not sure. There was a little bit of controversy on that. Some people were kind of saying that it was because Jake Paul was worried that if he was the headliner of the card, against Ryan Borland or whatever, they were worried that they might not have done the numbers that they were originally would have, but who knows? People are hating on Jake Paul, and we're gonna get into more of that in a little bit. You guys know that I haven't necessarily been the biggest Jake Paul hater. I think he's, in a lot of ways, he's good for the sport. But again, we're gonna get into that later. Y'all are gonna see a little bit of change of pace on my Jake Paul feelings a little bit. But not that he cares. He's could care less what I say. But I think in a lot of ways he's still good for the sport. I just questioning some directions is all. So, but yeah, it was kind of a last minute pullout though. It was like the day of. Nobody said anything about it until like literally, I want to say almost like a few hours before the fight. I feel like I didn't hear about it until then. So maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know where she would have got an eye injury from that soon, or that close to the fight rather. But you know, also you never know. Life's life. Who knows? She might have got poked in the eye, high-fiving somebody or something. You never know how it goes. But yeah. So ended up being Jake Paul being the main event, and it sucks too because Serrano was doing it in front of her home crowd too in Puerto Rico. But it's just postponed, so I assume she's gonna still, you know, she's still gonna eventually put those titles on the line. She had a huge shout out for her opponent. She said, "Hey, like you deserve these, you deserve this opportunity, and like we're still gonna make it happen." So, you know, she's a champion in you know, in all aspects. So, but Jake Paul picked off Ryan Borland. He picked him apart, man, at a first round TKO. You know, Borland didn't seem like he was quite ready to be in there. You know, but he's a slightly aging fighter. You know, kind of what we expect out of, you know, somebody who is trying to build their career up a little bit like Jake Paul is, you know. So it's just one of those things where we can hate on it, right? People were hating on him for fighting retired MMA people. People were hating on him for this, that, and the other. But now they're hating on him because he's doing what most pro boxers do. And that's their first 15 fights, they fight people who are not that good, you know? So it's kind of how it is, man. We can't, you know, have it both ways. So nonetheless, it just seemed like, I don't think Borland's a bad fighter by any means. I just think that it turned into probably just too big for the moment. You got to think these guys that he's fighting, you know, what was the last dude's name? Andre August or whatever. You know, these guys they were pretty decently decorated amateurs. You know, this, I think Borland was like a Golden Gloves winner or something, and I think Andre August was like a 4-time national champion or something. But you know, you got to think, man, like these dudes, they're lower level pro boxers, which is what people were demanding that Jake Paul started fighting. Now he's fighting them, but these dudes, nonetheless, you know, Jake Paul is fighting these lower level guys. It's still the biggest stage that some of these dudes have ever been on in their life, you know. So you got to think that plays a huge factor into your performance. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I fight in the amateurs now, you know, and if I had to go fight fucking Jake Paul, you know what I mean? If I had to go fight Jake Paul, then I would probably be a little nervous in front of 30 to 50,000 people. You know what I mean? Like, this is how it is, bro. You know, so you get these guys that will, you know, everyone wants to hate, but you know, it's just one of those things where I think the moment gets to the dudes more than anything. You know, I think they're all decent fighters, and they obviously are not afraid. They're stepping in the ring, you know. I just think it just turns into like Jake Paul from his very, very first fight has fought in front of huge crowds, and he just has that. He has that ability to just tune that out, and some of these lower level guys just don't. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, because you know, if you go look at Tank Davis's first 10 fights, Terrence Crawford's first 10 fights. I mean, you could even go back to like Ray Leonard, Hagler, all these dudes from the past. You know. It's just, it's their first 10 fights, like, were not on TV. They were like some local pro show where they're, you know, neither of them were getting paid that much. Not that much was on the line. You know what I mean? And now, you know, Jake Paul, he's got that name where people are going to watch no matter who he fights. And, you know, these guys, I don't know. But it's like he's got to get these rounds in order to go fight someone bigger that we're going to be, you know, excited to watch. Because, like, you know, people aren't going to sanction, you know, him versus Canelo right now, if we're gonna be real, you know, and no one would want to watch that anyway, you know. And so he said, Enjoy Life said, you better win if you fight Jake. Hey, and I hope I do, bro. And if I do, I'm trying to get that bag, bro. Like, if I beat Jake Paul, bro, it's a wrap. But yeah, I mean, but you gotta admit though, like, you know, and you know, Sean, you're a fighter too, bro. Like, you get it. Like, it's just one of those things where it's different, bro. You know, there's a difference between a dude that kills it in the gym and the dudes that kill it under the spotlights. You know what I mean? I know so many guys, you know, including myself, bro. I can't lie, you get them eyes on you, bro. It's a little different, but I've known so many guys who just absolutely murder it in the gym. You know, I've had sparring partners where, you know, dudes kill it in the gym, they smoke you in the gym, but they get under them lights, bro, and it's different, bro. You know, and it just takes time. time, just like anything else, to get better at that kind of stuff too, handling that pressure and doing all that, you know. So nonetheless, we'll talk more about what Jake Paul's future plans are here in a minute. But another person that on that card that I really like, Javon Walton. He was, if y'all don't know, he was the kid from Euphoria that played Ashtray. He's an actor. He's a multi-time national champion, decorated amateur. He, he is pursuing his pro boxing career on top of acting, which is pretty dope. And he had a majority decision draw, I'm sorry. And 2 judges scored it 38-38, and 1 judge scored it in his favor. And I think that, maybe it wasn't the best performance that he had, but he is 17 years old. He fought a dude in his 30s. So you got to think, man, dude doesn't even have his man body yet, bro. Not even his early manhood body yet. He's still a kid, bro, So may not have been the best performance, but I think that, it wasn't a loss. It was just a draw. Can't go wrong with a draw. So I don't know. I think that we're going to see more out of him. I think it's, it was a good experience for him. He got some rounds in. I believe it was 4 rounds. So he got his rounds in, fought a pretty decent fighter, a better fighter than they thought he was going to be out of that Torres dude. And I think that it's just, only up from here. I think he's just got to go back to the lab and figure out something different, So, and just realize what he did wrong. So, all right, let's hit it. Let's go into this upcoming weekend. I'm including tonight as this upcoming weekend because we do have a ESPN Plus card tonight. March 7th, tonight, Stephen Butler and Stevie Rolls. They're fighting 12 rounds at middleweight. And there's actually some decent names on that undercard as well. Might be a little decent card to check out tonight. I believe it starts at around 7. I'll probably be watching. I'm off tonight. So watch a little bit of boxing tonight. And that's going to be in Montreal, Canada. So I believe, Steve Rolls, I'm trying to think. I want to say Steve Rolls, his most notable fight, he fought Edgar Berlanga, I think, at 68. Yeah, I believe he fought Edgar Berlanga at 68. So he's dropped, but he's really a middleweight. He's really a 160-pound guy. So he's dropped back down to 160. He's a little older. I believe I want to say he's in his mid-late 30s, Decent fighter, though. Be a good fight. If I'm not mistaken, Stephen Butler fought Janibek and lost. If I'm not mistaken, it could be the wrong Butler I'm thinking of, but yeah, Stephen Butler, and that's why I think that this is probably some sort of fight that's getting people back in condition to fight, one of the top guys at 160. So maybe it's a title. I can't remember exactly, but it might be a title eliminator or something along those lines. So, but nonetheless, a little bit of boxing for your Thursday night, a little decent fight. So tomorrow we got Ngannou and Anthony Joshua. That's going to be, I want to say it's in the morning or daytime. It's in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I think that's got to be probably like a 2 or 3 p.m., maybe 4 p.m. bout in the States. So be on the lookout for that. They had their weigh-in today. Both guys look good. I have a graphic here that shows both weights that the guys came in at. Both guys look phenomenal, in great shape. Anthony Joshua came in at 252.4, and Ngannou came in at 272.6. So I think it's going to be a good bout. I think that people have been asking what I've thought about it all week. And, I think the big keys to victory for both men, I think Joshua's biggest key to victory, if we're going to be real, is his boxing experience. Joshua's got 30 fights, and Ngannou has only one in the boxing ring. So, I think that Joshua's going to have to use. I think Joshua does have a 2-inch reach advantage and about a 1.5, 2-inch height advantage. I think Joshua's 6'6", and Ngannou's listed at 6'4". I don't know if that's the truth or not. Guys' heights are a little off sometimes. So, but when they weighed in and they did the face-off, they looked roughly pretty close. So it's, if it is, a height advantage at all, it's minuscule. But, nonetheless, if Joshua does have the height and reach advantage, you know, he's got to use that to his advantage a little bit, use that to outbox him. You know, that's going to be one thing that that Joshua can take from watching the Fury fight with Ngannou, is that Ngannou did have trouble with trying to outbox Fury. So Ngannou had trouble getting in sometimes. It's, you know, Joshua has been kind of switching his game up quite a bit since he's been working with Derek James. So I think that, you know, Joshua is going to have to, you know, you work behind that jab, make him respect that jab, because that's another thing that I don't think that Fury did well. I don't think he made Ngannou respect his punches, and Ngannou started just going, well, I'm just going to bulldoze in on him, you know, and that's how Fury ended up getting caught with that left hand, you know what I mean? So I do think that Joshua's got to work behind the jab. He's got to use the reach advantage, height advantage, and really just experience in the ring. Those are my real big, my big three keys for Joshua to win this, because I'm afraid, bro, if Joshua loses this, that it's not going to look good, you know, because they're already saying what's his name? His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh has said the winner of this bout will face the winner of Usyk and Fury, and that's happening in May. So, yeah, man, it can be pretty wild. So Joshua's got to win this if he's, you know, any hopes to, you know, either have a trilogy with Usyk or, you know, finally get Fury in front of him. You know what I mean? So he can finally prove what's going on with that. So yeah, big bout. I think the keys for Ngannou are going to have to be strength, you know, brute strength. You know, he's got 20 pounds on Joshua, you know, and I think Joshua might be, you know, trying to be a little more on the slimmer side for this, just so he can kind of work his cardio a little more. And I think Joshua is coming into it planning on boxing 12 rounds, you know what I mean? And I think that he's not going to be as worried with power as much as he would be with his speed, movement, being able to move around the ring. So he's coming in a little lighter than he normally does. Well, actually, this is pretty congruent to his past few fights. He's come in around somewhere between 240 and 255-ish, somewhere around there for his past few fights, you know. But Joshua's showing that he's not playing any games either, bro, because Otto Wallin, when he fought Wallin, you know, I expected him to kind of just outbox Wallin a little bit, you know, because Wallin had never been stopped, never even been dropped. And honestly, I honestly thought it was going to go all 12 rounds. I thought it was going to go to a decision because, you know, Wallin's a tough fighter. But, you know, Joshua showed that strength, bro. Broke his nose early. Messed up. I think he ended up breaking his nose and his orbital bone, you know. So Joshua's showing like, hey, listen, man, I know I'm working on this boxing with Derek James, but he's like, don't get it twisted. You know, your boys got some rock hands, you know what I mean? So, but I really think Ngannou's gonna have to work on the inside. He needs to go to Joshua's body. And I think he just has to, you know, try to use that devastating one-punch power that he has, you know. And I think that on the flip side, Joshua's is going to have to avoid that, you know. I think Ngannou's going to have to find a way to let those hands go without telegraphing them, you know. I think that, I mean, obviously after that last fight, we were amazed with how well Ngannou did against Fury. And I don't think that tomorrow is going to be much different. You know, I think that he's going to prove again, you know, that he belongs there. And, you know, he's going to make a bag while he's doing it too. More than I think he's made combined with all of his UFC fights, you know. So I'm happy for him, man. And Ngannou, he's a hard dude to not like, you know. Very, very humble dude, humble beginnings. You know, he obviously talks a tough game, but, you know, real, like kind of a soft-spoken dude really for as big as he is, you know. He could be a lot more, you know, probably a lot more boisterous and crazy if he wanted to be, but he's not, you know. So, but yeah, nonetheless, I think it's gonna be a good bout. You know, you guys got my keys, got my thoughts, my predictions. If you know, I got a lot of people that like to bet, and you know, people that want me to do more betting odds and stuff. I believe Joshua is the favorite, and personally, if I throw some money down tomorrow, which I might, you know, I think I'm gonna go with Joshua. I'm gonna go Joshua by decision. And if I want to go even deeper, I'm going to go Joshua by split decision probably. if I'm going the route that I want to go. I think that, you know, Joshua is not unbeatable. We've seen him lose a few times, three times. We've seen him lose 3 times, you know, so it's happened before. You know, he's been caught with a crazy punch by Andy Ruiz. We've seen him get outboxed a couple times by Usyk. So, you know, he's not unbeatable. And you know, there's holes in his game that he's been working on, you know. So I think that it's possible that he takes advantage of it and Ngannou wins. But Ngannou's underdog, but it's not by much. I want to say like it's like minus 110 to like plus 180 or something like that. So if you do, you know, want to take that risk and do, you know, make a little bit of a you know, try to make a little bit of money off of it, you know, maybe go with an Ngannou underdog win, you know. I think that it's very possible, you know. I would say I really don't think either dude's going to get knocked out, you know. Joshua's chin's tough, Ngannou's chin's tough. I really don't anticipate a knockout. But, you know, I'm not always the best with predictions. But, you know, I'm rolling with it. I always roll with it, and I'll tell you all when I'm wrong. And if I am wrong, then I'll be right the next time. All right. So, just how it is, man. It's tough to do predictions, but that's just what I'm thinking. I'm just going off of past analysis and all that. So, nonetheless, it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna tune in tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes down before I have to go to work tomorrow night, and I'll be able to watch the whole card, because we also have the co-main, Zhilei Zhang, and he's fighting Joseph Parker, and that's for Zhang's WBO interim heavyweight title. Obviously, it's interim because Usyk and Fury are fighting in May for full undisputed. But yeah, Joseph Parker's coming off that big win off the Day of Reckoning card against Deontay Wilder. Zhilei Zhang, you know, dude's a dog. Both tough dudes, both, you know, big punchers. Could see it go either way. I'm personally going with Zhang, I believe, on that. I think that Zhang, you know, he's you know, tough left-handed fighter. Dude's got crazy knockout power, and it's crazy because I'm pretty sure he's 40 or 41 or something crazy like that. So it's just dope to see dudes, you know, at that age still doing it at a high level. You know what I mean? Obviously, heavyweights, you know, it doesn't have to have as much skill. I don't want to say skill. Skill's not the word. Maybe athleticism. That might be the better word. You know, heavyweights don't need as much athleticism as the average, you know, lower weight fighter. But nonetheless, man, I think it's gonna be a good bout. Ray Vargas is fighting Nick Ball, and that's for Vargas's WBC featherweight title. So we got some of the smaller weight guys in there too. And then Israel Madrimov versus Magomed Kurbanov. A lot of ovs going on. They're fighting for the WBA junior middleweight title. So I want to say it says vacant, but I want to say that junior middleweight's going to be 154, and that's, I don't know how that's vacant, but who knows with the way these titles are. But because right now we got Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu's got a belt, and Charlo's got the other 3 at 54. Could be tweaking. Junior middleweight is so many weight classes. It's one. Yeah, I'm not tweaking, bro. I'm not tweaking. 154 is junior middleweight, and I don't know. I don't know how it says vacant on there, so I'll have to look into that and see what's going on with that. I'll let you guys know more about that. But nonetheless, I think it could be an interim. Might be some kind of interim title or something. But yeah. So gonna be a good card. That's going on tomorrow during the day, and then tomorrow night there's a ESPN Plus card. Not as big of names on there, but it's a small card in Managua, Nicaragua, believe it or not, of all places. It's going to be Azael Villar, and he's going to be fighting Yaro Noriega. And they're going to be a junior flyweight. And there's actually a bunch of good South American boxers on that card. So South American and Mexican, actually, fighters on that card. It's stacked with a bunch of, you know, mid to low level guys that are, you know, trying to make a name. So yeah, check it out. If you guys, you know, tomorrow night, if you don't have anything going on, you want to see sometimes some small cards, bro. Y'all cannot sleep on them, bro. They got some bangers in them, you know. And then March 9th, let's get into it. I'm actually really excited about this. You know, all y'all know for the most part that watch this show regularly. I'm a little, have a little more expertise in boxing. That's more my cup of tea. But you know, when there is a big UFC card on, your boy is A, gonna cover it, and B, gonna probably throw some money down on it because I do love betting on UFC. But this weekend, UFC 299 in Miami, Florida. Speaking of that, I don't know, Miami, I guess, is doing some kind of weird like propaganda thing where they're like banning spring break in Miami, which is kind of wild. But I guess because last year there was some sort of like all kinds of shootings and stuff like that. I don't know, but I saw this thing the other day where they were like, you know, don't come here for spring break, and they're like doing all these crazy curfews and all that stuff. But nonetheless, thought it was funny. But yeah, hopefully they're not doing curfews on UFC night because it's about to get wild down there. So Miami, Florida, March 9th. That's Saturday. So both those other bouts that I was just talking about were going to be, or is going to be tomorrow. And then this one's going to be on Saturday, March 9th. We have Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera 2. If you guys remember the first time they fought, I could be lying on this, could be tweaking, but that was the fight that Sean O'Malley rolled his ankle, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. Let me get Joshua down off of this, my bad. But yeah, could be the fight that he rolled his ankle. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, but you know, it'd be good to see. That was also when O'Malley was pretty young and still kind of making his way up. That was pretty much O'Malley's first big fight in the UFC, to be honest with you, like first big test rather. But yeah, so they're getting, you know, now he's champion. Now he's beating some good dudes, man. And it's weird to see kind of the passing of the torch, man. That O'Malley is now headlining, and the co-main is one of my favorite fighters in the UFC, Dustin Poirier. You know, it's kind of weird to see that changing of the guard now. You know, you got dudes like O'Malley and these younger guys that are starting to kind of take over the pay-per-view, you know, slots. And, you know, now we're seeing dudes like Poirier and a lot of these guys, you know, kind of taking on the co-main slots / prelim spots, you know. So it's kind of just kind of weird. But, you know, still, I think Poirier is still, you know, he's 35. I wouldn't say he's out of his prime by any means. You know, dude's still got a few fights left in him if that's the direction he wants to go. But he's fighting Saint Denis out of France, which that dude's tough. You know, I want to say that he's top 15 at that weight class, and I think Poirier's number 2 or 3. So I think that Poirier is probably trying to do kind of one last title run, and Saint Denis, man, he's trying to get a big win under his belt, you know, and really skyrocket him up into the rankings, you know, for that title bout. And I think who's got the title? I think it's I want to say it's Oliveira right now that has that. Could be wrong. Those of you guys, I know some people in the chat. If you're, you know, a bigger UFC fan, you might know. Hit the chat and let me know who it is. But I want to say it's Oliveira right now at that weight class. But yeah, that's gonna be a good bout. It's honestly a stacked card, man. Kevin Holland fighting Michael Page. Gilbert Burns is fighting Jack Della Maddalena, and might have butchered his name. Haven't really heard too much of him, but you know, he's a pretty big fighter. And then Petr Yan is fighting Song Yadong. Man, so it's like, bro, there's some big fights, man. This is a huge card. If I had to do my picks, bro, I'm going O'Malley is going to win the rematch. I'm going just because, you know what I mean? I think the Diamond takes it because I think he's going to do this last title run. Oh, thank you, Sean. Yeah, it's Islam because Islam beat Oliveira. Yep, you're right. So, which, man, that'd be a tough fight. Dang. Any of these guys, I mean, honestly, who said is champ? Yeah. So, yeah, bro, honestly, any fight against Islam, I don't know. It's just a tough matchup, bro. That's just Islam's a tough dude, you know. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe I said Poirier might be able to pull it out, and you know, maybe we'll see him in a title contention again. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, and like, dude, when the bottom fight, like when the first fight of the main event is freaking Piotr Jan versus Song Yadong, dude, that's like, that card is freaking stacked, bro. You know, so crazy, man, crazy. But we're running up on 40 minutes, man. So we're gonna kind of wrap this up. I do have a couple of announcements that we're gonna run through real quick. Finally, we had an episode where the announcements weren't as big as the rest of the episode, even though they are. Listen, they are still big, but you know, the rest of the episode kind of got overshadowed by the announcements. But you guys see it in the title, and in the thumbnail. Actually, my thumbnail is too. Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson on July 20th in Dallas. In Dallas, Texas, at the AT&T Stadium, which is where the Cowboys play. No, this is not July 20th, 1990. This is July 20th, 2024. You did hear it right. It is Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson. At 58, 59 years old, he is fighting 27-year-old Jake Paul. I don't know how I feel about it. You know, I already got some people in the chat throwing up some throw up emojis. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'm not very happy with it. Jake Paul obviously does not care how I feel about it, and that's fine. But I was excited. You guys know a lot of my people that are on here that have been frequent Fight Night Gang folk. Y'all know that you know, I don't hate on Jake Paul. I like Jake Paul. And I really had a lot of good hopes when he started fighting lower name fighters, and he was kind of working his way up the ranks. Thank you, Sean. I see that in the chat. He is 57 years old. Appreciate that. The big 5'7", man. You know, although listen, Tyson looks good for a 57-year-old man. Obviously, he keeps in shape. He looks good. There's, you know, you can go look on Instagram. You know, he's out here, you know, killing on the pads, doing it better than most people in their 20s would do, right? But I don't know, man. I just don't know how they can sanction it, bro. I think it's got to be an exhibition. That's the one big thing for me. They haven't announced that yet, if it's, you know, if it's an exhibition or if it's an actual pro sanctioned bout. But it's got to be an exhibition, you know, and that's what I was like, kind of excited that Jake Paul was kind of taking a step forward and fighting you know, legitimate boxers in his weight division, working his way up into the ranks. You know, he fought Andre August, fought Ryan Borland, all those dudes. But now this seems like, in a way, for me, bro, this seems like a step back. You know, it seems like Jake Paul's taking a step back, going back towards the influencer, retired MMA fighter type vibe that he was putting on for a minute that people were dogging him for, you know. And I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. You know, I don't think it's going to be a good bout necessarily, or it could be a great bout. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something I'm missing, you know, but nonetheless, I will say this, very, very interesting aspect of it is it's going to be on Netflix, and it's not a pay-per-view. It's, if you have a Netflix account, it's going to be live on Netflix. And Netflix has tried to do a couple live events already. For those of y'all that like reality TV show, I think they try to do it was like Love is Blind, or one of those style reality love shows or whatever. They try to do some kind of live event for that, and it like completely crashed their servers. So I don't know. I hope that they fix whatever that is before the Jake Paul event, or they maybe do a couple test runs, you know, for, you know, maybe some other sort of events like that. Because you know, as much as I don't like the bout, I'm gonna watch it. I know it's gonna be one of the biggest boxing events of this year for sure. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be pretty similar to the numbers I'm sure that Mike Tyson and Roy Jones did. You know, and Jake Paul fought Nate Robinson on that card. You know, so I think it's gonna be very similar to that. It's probably gonna do similar numbers to a McGregor Mayweather. You know, in that ballpark, pretty much. You know, so I think that it's gonna be a big event, bro. And the fact that it's on Netflix is kind of showing me that I think that mainstream platforms are starting to show more interest in combat sports. So, I think that this is obviously a direct competition with Amazon Prime. Who knows who we'll see next in there, you know what I mean? Who might try to throw their hat in the ring with that. Netflix is obviously one of the biggest streaming platforms out there, but I think that this could possibly pioneer a huge movement towards more combat sports on Netflix and on Amazon Prime, and who knows, Peacock, all these Paramount Plus, like these people might start picking up the vibe on it, especially if these events start doing big numbers, and I was talking with some guys earlier in a group chat. We were kind of going back and forth on it, and I was interested on how they're planning on kind of making up for the pay-per-view, how much it, like the money that it draws in. And that's an interesting concept. I was actually thinking about, all that and how that works, because, if they're not making money off pay-per-view, where are they getting the money to pay the fighters? And really the only thing I can think of is like they just have such a big overhead, like a Netflix or an Amazon Prime, to where they don't have to take as much of a cut that as a Showtime pay-per-view, HBO pay-per-view, all the people that have done pay-per-views in the past for boxing. I don't think that they're going to take as big of big as a cut out of the money, so I think more money will be able to go to the promoters and the fighters as opposed to the broadcaster, because bro, Amazon doesn't care. Amazon makes so much money off of all their other endeavors, you know what I mean? And same with Netflix. Netflix probably makes more money off of freaking Stranger Things, bro. You know what I mean? Like boxing isn't their only, pay-per-view style moneymaker, I guess. You know what I mean? So that's the only way I can imagine, is that they're like, hey, we're cool with way less of a cut. But, someone brought up earlier, ad revenue. That could be a huge part of it. Maybe they're going to do some ads on Netflix. I don't know. It's going to definitely bring eyes to it. And as long as it doesn't have a huge crash, like I've heard that it's had in the past, I think that, this could be a big pioneer for A, boxing on Netflix, but B, Netflix doing more live entertainment. Kind of a funny thing, bro. It seems like we stopped paying for cable and satellite in order to get streaming, and now it's like people are craving more live stuff now. So it's almost like we're doing a freaking loop, bro. Like we're almost rolling back into Netflix is like, hey, we're about to start doing live stuff again, just like cable. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It just seems like a weird loop on that. But I don't know. I mean, I'm here for it though. I think that it could pioneer a lot of big future events in boxing. Last announcement real quick. We'll get y'all off here, man. I appreciate y'all that have been rocking with me. Some of y'all have been in here rocking with me all 50 minutes, yo. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys so much. It just does nothing but shows love, shows YouTube that y'all are rocking with the Fight Night forecast. So I appreciate y'all. But when I get y'all out of here, let y'all enjoy your night, man. Maybe tune into that card tonight that's going on, Stevie Rolls. But yeah, I think that Canelo has finally settled on who he's going to fight. May 4th, it's looking like Jaime Munguia, but they've doubled back a little bit. So the talks with TYSON / Golden Boy, I think, kind of fallen through, and I assume that it probably has a lot to do with the fact that Oscar De La Hoya is kind of the dude that he'll be having to deal with a lot. And we all know that Canelo and De La Hoya don't necessarily have the best best track record. So speaking of all that too, man, I don't know what's going on with Ryan Garcia, but prayers up to bro, man. Hopefully he is getting some help, seeking some help. If he just came out the other day and said, that he's having all sorts of weird issues, bro, I'm not about to get into them, man, because, we cover boxing here. Nobody here is a therapist by any means. I can't diagnose anybody's mental health issues or whatever. So, but I do know that, mental health is for real, man. It's a real thing. So hopefully he is doing the necessary things he needs to take care of himself. Y'all that know me in person, y'all know that I can be a bit of a conspiracy theorist. So some of the stuff that he is talking about, intrigues my tinfoil hat, side of me, but you know, I'm not gonna get into it. We'll save that for another time. Maybe I'll do another conspiracy theorist podcast maybe one day, something like that. But yeah, so prayers up to bro. Hopefully he gets that figured out. But doubling back to Canelo, it's supposedly now being put on again by Al Heyman, PBC, and I think TYSON is doing a split. So they're doing a co-promotion, TYSON and PBC, Amazon Prime. So I think that, I was telling y'all last week that I think that a lot of the reason why Canelo had hesitations to go forward with Al Heyman and PBC is because of the Amazon Prime. But obviously some deals have been worked out. And I think that really Canelo is probably just he's picking between the greater of the two evils, I think is what it is. So, you know, I think that he really wanted his last few fights to be on Showtime because he has a good relationship with them. But I think he realizes that's not going to happen. And I think he'd rather work with Amazon Prime than work with, what's his name? De La Hoya and Golden Boy. So, man, that goes to show De La Hoya has really made some enemies out here. So, and Canelo is not one of the names you want to be on your enemy list, I don't believe, when it comes to making money, for sure. So, but yeah, that's really all I got for y'all, man. Again, thank you for rocking with me, man, as always. Love you guys, man. Y'all are making dreams happen. You know, go do something you love today, man. Remember, you know, we're only living this life once, man. We can't act like we're, you know, gonna live it twice. So go out there and do something you love tonight. You know, enjoy life, man. So for real, I appreciate you guys as always. I will see y'all in the next one. Maybe we'll do another giveaway. Maybe we'll do 2K. We'll see. Well, my next goal is 2,500. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see if we do. Maybe we'll do one at 2,000, or maybe we'll do one at 2,500, something like that. So we'll talk more about that. But yeah, anyway, everybody that won their hoodie today, I will be sending that out. I'll be getting in your guys' DMs, sliding in your DM. Being with y'all as always, and I will see y'all in episode 42. Let's see, we got Playland's hopping in. Can I win a hoodie now? I'd love to win a hoodie now. Hey, man, I'm trying to keep it fair, bro. Trying to keep it fair for everybody, man. So, but yeah, so all right, man. But I appreciate y'all. If y'all need anything, hit me up. You feel me? I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.